What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans, Los Angeles Lakers fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. We'll be doing a live play-by-play. We'll have a live scoreboard. We'll have a live game clock for tonight's matchup with the San Antonio Spurs visiting the Los Angeles Lakers and a former teammate of the Spurs, Lonnie Walker, going against his old team. We've seen a lot of former Spurs play well against my team. Will he play well tonight? The Lakers and the Spurs not playing particularly well this year. The Spurs have lost 9 out of their last 10. The Lakers have gotten things together a little better since moving Russell Westbrook to the bench. That being said, I got to think Lakers Nation is still quite disappointed with the team start so far. I believe they're 4-10 to start the season. I think you all expected those numbers to be reversed. Still a lot of season left. And will these teams end in opposite directions? They play 3 times this week, and if the Lakers sweep the Spurs, we could very, very much see the Lakers leapfrog the Spurs in the standings. They're both near the bottom of the Western Conference. Hopefully it's a good game tonight, and I'm already seeing LeBron James is out. I know Jakob Poeltl is out for the Spurs, so both teams going to be missing a valuable starter. But, hey, we'll be here no matter what. J Money, good evening. Gabriel, RH, Beverly, Reeves, Brown Jr., Walker, Davison Jones, Vassell, Johnson, Soin, Zhang. What is all that? Are those the two starting lineups. All right, so Patrick Beverly, Austin Reeves in the starting lineup. Okay. I didn't know he'd been starting over LBJ. Brown Jr. is in the starting lineup. So who do I have in there that's not? I have Schroeder. Okay, so ESPN had Schroeder in the starting lineup. He is not in the starting lineup here for me. So this Lakers roster, I have a little notepad of the opposing team because I don't know every player on your roster. And man, it is so different than last year. There was like only 4 or 5 players that were on my little cheat sheet, and the rest of the roster completely changed. I was actually quite shocked. I was like, this isn't anywhere near the Lakers team that I had on here last year. But anyway, for the Spurs though, Trey Jones, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Son, Gorgui Zhang. Wow. All right. Well, I don't know if I would have gone with that. Yeah. By the way, let's get a little go Spurs go for my Spurs fans. Spurs fans, thank you for being here. Lakers fans, thank you for being here. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so. It's fast, fun, free, nutritious, and delicious, and it does help the channel. The freest way to do so. So Taiwan Symbols, thank you for stopping in. Spur of the moment, yes, Poeltl is out. Playmaker Guido, good evening. Soin's biggest assignment tonight. Well, LeBron's not playing, so he will be on. He might be on Anthony Davis. I don't know. Good evening, Nova Legion. Let the Wembanyama sweepstakes begin. Yes, Kyle. Jakob Poeltl is out. LeBron James is out. I got to think those are the 2 biggest, most important pieces that both teams are respectively missing. Hello, Christian. Good evening. You know, I was going to do a video on it. I just don't have time. If there are any Lakers fans in here, do you think it's time to move on from LeBron James? Now, looking at his contract, there's a no-trade clause, so I don't think he can be traded this season. But they keep trying to build around a player that, and I'm not trying to take anything away from him. Don't look at this as slander. But he's pushing 40 years old. He's got a lot of miles on his body, and injuries are starting to accrue every year. I think LeBron James would be better off in a situation where he doesn't have to carry the offensive load. And he's more of the Robin than the Batman now. You know, he's just rebounding, getting a ton of assists, but not having to score 25 to 30 points a night to have his team win. I think that would be much better for him. Less wear and tear on his body. Instead, the Lakers keep trying to bring players in and build around him. And I'm thinking, what's the definition of insanity? It worked in 2020, but it's clearly not working now. The team is a mess right now. They missed the playoffs and play-in last year. I think it's time to move on. Maybe just blow it all up. Get rid of LeBron, get rid of Anthony Davis, get all those draft picks back that you lost over the last few years trading for players, and start from scratch. I don't know. What do you guys think? Utah Jazz fan, thank you for stopping in. Yo, Jacob. Is it the Walking Dead series finale tonight? I watched the first 2 episodes. I've been so checked out. I just don't care. No knock to you, but when I found out the TV shows that were announced already after the season, I'm like, you just spoiled all the characters that are going to survive. So I'll watch it at some point. But Good evening, 07. Man, the Giants sucked today, Jacob. Holy moly. Thank you for the super chat. Kyle throws on 99 on my face. Appreciate you. The Giants game, I fell asleep partly during the 3rd quarter. It was just, I could tell they were done. They have no wide receivers. Their offensive line's beat up. And the Lions did what you just have to do to beat the Giants. There's the game plan. Stop Saquon Barkley. I'm not trying to defend Daniel Jones too much, but he's throwing to nobody. Kenny Galladay, bust. Kadarius Toney, already traded. Wendell Robinson was doing okay today. He's hurt. They have nobody. So, yeah, stop the run, stop the Giants. All right, all good, Ezekiel. Lakers fans, welcome here. I'm just here to hang out, have a good time. I'm obviously a Spurs fan, but everybody's welcome here at this channel because, yeah, why wouldn't you be? Yes, final episode ever of The Walking Dead. Good evening, Asia Babe. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, Veronica, that ruined the show for me. When I saw everybody that made, I was like, why would you spoil that before the series finale? Cowboys win this Thursday. That's right. The Cowboys and Giants on Thanksgiving. Nintendo Lego NBA fan, good evening. Son of Scar, it's been rough. The Giants have Giants. This weekend is starting to feel like the weekends from last year. For those of you who don't know, I'm obviously a San Antonio Spurs fan. That should be clear. But I'm also a New York Giants fan, which is why I don't have a Spurs jersey on today. It doesn't really go well over a blue polo shirt. And this is feeling like last year, where the Spurs would lose on a Saturday night, then the Giants would lose Sunday afternoon, and then the Spurs would lose Sunday night. It's like, yay! Whatever. I still love my teams. Lions, yes, they have won 3 in a row. Yep, Damian Hendricks, oh, that's right, you were probably rooting for us, huh? We had one thing to do and we blew it. They were terrible today. Good news is, though, Spurs fans, you guys saw that I missed a couple games recently due to my eye. I think you can still see it's still messed up, but it's not affected by light anymore. It's not pink eye or anything. It's just an inflammation, but it stopped me from being able to stream the last 2 games. But I found out with the NBA Pass, there's a setting where you can shut the scores off. So I was able to watch the game this morning from about 8 to 9:30 as never seeing it before. No spoilers, not knowing who won. And man, that game from last night was hard to watch. It was essentially over in the first quarter. They were down double digits. If you haven't watched my recap, I mentioned a stat. The Spurs are leading the NBA this season in most times being down double digits in the first quarter, which means we're getting our doors blown off of us immediately. And I said it also in today's recap. They've gone from a surprise maybe playoff team to a play-in team, which I kind of thought where they'd hover, now to a legit lottery team. I believe they're the 6th worst team in the NBA right now, and they're heading in only one direction, that way. Oh, well. RIP Green Power Ranger. Oh. No, I'm not getting an eye patch. Come on. Who leads the NBA in Wembayama stats? I think, are the Houston Rockets the worst team in the NBA? I know they're the worst team in the Western Conference. The Lakers are right above them, but I don't see the Lakers staying down here for the whole season. And then the Spurs are right there next. RH, it's the same thing. It's a turnover fest for the Spurs in every game. And Lakers fans, any all in here, one thing you got going for you is our team turns the ball over a lot. We are, I think, the 2nd worst team in the NBA when it comes to turnovers. So you're going to have a lot of opportunities to put some points on the board. Rockets or Pistons? Okay. I don't know why Jakob's sitting. There's a lot of trade talk with him, and I generally don't like covering trade rumors too much in this video, but I've actually found this kind of fun because it's your feedback that I'm enjoying, where I'm covering the story, and because of time constraints, I can only put so many thoughts together, and you guys are making great suggestions. No, what if we do this, and that's what's really making it entertaining is your feedback on how the Spurs should handle that situation if it was to come to fruition. Remember Mighty Morphin? I never watched it. I know it was a show. Wasn't it like the Voltron? They turned into like a Voltron robot and then fought big Godzilla-like monsters. I think I've seen 5 minutes of it back in the mid-90s. I don't remember a thing. I just know there was 5 different color Power Rangers, but I couldn't tell you another thing about the show beside that. When you coach a game at noon and call another game at 8, Rich, I did not coach the Giants today. I would not want to take credit for today's game. That was ugh. Boy Rico, I don't know if the Spurs organization truly feel. Oh, starting lineup: Lonnie Walker, former Spurs, Troy Brown Jr., Anthony Davis, Austin Reeves, Patrick Beverley for the Lakers. If the San Antonio Spurs truly feel that they're not going to be able to sign Jakob Poeltl next season for whatever reason, then they need to trade him. Calvin Johnson, Jeremy Sohan, Gorgui Dieng getting a start tonight. Hopefully proves me wrong. Devin welcome back. Been out with ankle injury, and Trey Jones. So 80% of the Spurs starting lineup is there. It'll be interesting to see how they play without Jakob Poeltl. I gotta assume worse. And I don't know if Gorgie Zhang or Jeremy Sohan's going to try to match Anthony Davis. Davis historically has owned my San Antonio Spurs. I don't see that being any different tonight, though he is dealing with the back issue. But to finish my original thought, if Spurs feel like there's no chance he resigns next season, trade him now and get something for him. What? I don't know. Picks from Boston? Maybe. Players and picks from Golden State? I don't know. Golden State is in win now mode. Steph Curry's not getting any younger. I think he'll be like 35 this year. So you got to try to win as much as possible this season, next season, and the season after that. And then after that, I think when he hits 37, 38, we're going to, wow, Anthony Davis has been killing it lately. Averaging 37.5 points per game and 17 rebounds in his last 2 games. Oh, man. Smash that thumbs up. I think I hate the Warriors more than the Lakers. Really? Why? By the way, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, can you get the thumbs up machine rocking tonight? I'd like to have a nice big turnout. We haven't had a big Spurs stream yet this season with the team losing. I fear fans are losing interest a little bit, so it'd be nice to have a good stream, and you can make that happen by sharing the stream, hitting the thumbs up, and Spurs chat or any chat. AJ, I have read that multiple times. I addressed it. I already addressed that. I'm not trying to be rude, but I've already addressed it, so I don't want to keep going back to the same subject, especially when it's not basketball related or sports related. But what do you guys think of the new thumbnail? I think Veronica said she likes it. You guys like the change? I think it's cool. Anyway, players on the court, and away we go. Let's have a good game. Phil, the eye is I'm not sensitive to light anymore, which is a good thing because I have a light on. And Gorgie Zhang with the first shot of the game, and it is no good. I have a co-host with me here. That's Selena Gomez, a former Spurs fan, I believe. And then, Troy Brown Jr. into the paint, throws up the layup, no good. Davis can't hold on to the layup, and that's going to go out of bounds. And it's going to be Spurs ball. I seriously hope we have a good game. Thank you, Veronica. All right, you guys do like it. All right. What up, Odyssey? Thank you for stopping in. Yo, Daniel Barry, thank you for stopping in. I was like, Asia, I've talked about that. I'm sorry. I was like, why should you keep telling me to say this? You must be leaving when I bring it up. All good. Spurs with the first bucket of the game. It is 2-0, and I'd be happy if the score stops like that. It just ends there. That's not going to be the case. There's going to be a lot more scoring. Hopefully, we have the higher score when it's all said and done. Anthony Davis rocking the headband tonight. He's got headband power one-on-one with Gorgie Zhang. Drives him into the post, knocks him over, no foul. And jump shot in the paint is no good. Jeremy Sohan with the help defense. Spurs get it up the court. Keldon Johnson thinks about a three, pulls it down, back to Zhang, over to Devin Vassell. Vassell drives, stops, pops, and it is short. Davis with the rebound. I'm not watching the WWE ever again. I'm 100% done. No offense to anybody that likes it. That's another miss for the Lakers. It is new obituary, huh? Dang. Gorgie Zhang for 3. Back iron, no good. Jeremy Sohan skies for the rebound. It'll be Spurs ball at 12 on the shot clock. I heard the new obituary album from like 3 years ago. Sohan in the post. Out to Devin Vassell. Vassell's going to start to drive. Stops. Pull-up jumper off the rim. No good. Might be a little bit rusty. He's been out. Yo, Justin, thank you for stopping in. WC World Cup. No, I don't care. I'm sorry. Please don't take that the wrong way. Nope. Brown in the paint, and Troy Brown Jr. gets the first bucket for the layup to a little jumper right near the rim. Kind of a slow start. 2-2. Trey Jones, runner in the paint, good. He has been struggling to find a shot lately. Yeah, Phil, they were terrible. They were absolutely terrible. Patrick Beverly brings it up, gets it over to Anthony Davis. Pick and roll with Davis. Beverly into the paint. The floater is no good. Out of bounds. It will stay with the Los Angeles Lakers. It is 4-2 San Antonio Spurs lead with 9:24 to go in the first quarter. Do you ever cover? No, Mike, I don't know. I don't even know about rugby. I don't know the rules, so I can't. Michelob, I did. My favorite player is pretty much done with the United States women's national team, Kristen Press. She tore her ACL this year. She's not on the World Cup roster, I believe. So I kind of checked out. Plus, politics always come up with them, and I just don't want to talk about it or see it. Jeremy Sohan with the layup in the paint gets rejected. No, no, no. Lakers ball down the other way, down 4-2. And a nice drive and finish by former San Antonio Spur Lonnie Walker with the layup in the paint. I would like to see that too, Phil. No soccer anymore at all. Zhang passes it out to Sohan. Sohan over to Keldon Johnson. He's going to launch a long three. No good. No, Asia. Good evening, Kyle. Yes, Kyle, you're probably going to get the number 1 pick. Anthony Davis fade away in the paint. Good. And 1. Boo. I'm not. Lonnie Walker was good for us, but a disappointment overall. Because we had expectations, and it just never became that player that we thought it could be. Will he excel in LA? When I last checked Lonnie's stats, he was pretty much putting up similar numbers to what he did in his Spurs days. The big difference being he's a regular starter with the Lakers. He was not getting that opportunity with us. Lakers are up by 3, biggest lead of the game for the Lakers. What, Popovich is not there? What? Oh, yeah, Nikolova. I'm still a fan of Kristen Press. They're still going to be there, just like the Yankees. I don't do any Yankees content. I mean, I'll always be a fan of her, so she's still in there. Austin Reeves with a bucket down the other end. And now a turnover by San Antonio. Now a fight for the ball, and the Lakers come down with it, up by 5 with 8 minutes to go. Reeves kicks it out to Beverly. Beverly for 3. Corner 3 is an in-and-out burger. Sohan with the rebound. Almost turns the ball over. Turnovers with the San Antonio Spurs team. It's a huge problem. Sohan for 3. Speaking of problems, he can't hit the barn side of a bar. Wait, barn side of a farm. We know what I'm talking about. He can't hit the 3. Lakers ball. Troy Brown Jr. over to P. Beverly. Gets it into Anthony Davis. Davis in the post, working one-on-one with Gorgui Dieng. Pulls up for the J. Ooh, that was a brick. Nice save by Austin Reeves. Back to Anthony Davis as the ball's going out of bounds on the brick. Davis into the paint. Layup good. Davis crashes to the floor. He is okay. Spurs have gone ice cold. Gorgui Dieng with the thunder dunk of justice. I didn't think I'd be saying that tonight, but Dieng gets loose underneath the rim as Davis was trailing after he fell out of bounds. And Dieng with the dunk. Lakers 5 of 12 from the field. Spurs 3 of 11. Austin Reeves drives into the paint. Layup. Blows by the Spurs defense. Good. And we're going to have a timeout by San Antonio. Somebody said Popovich is not on the bench. I haven't looked over there yet. It's in LA. I'm totally checked out on Marvel movies, Asia. Totally checked out for now. I'm expecting Lonnie to be aggressive tonight, possibly. Stream soccer. No, I'm not going to take him out of the video. Just because I don't cover the Yankees anymore on the channel. I'm not taking them out. I'm still a Kristen Press fan until she retires. Then I'll take her out. I think she's still in the intro video, and maybe Alex Morgan, who I'm still a fan of. And then I have to change that video. Wait, no. Oh, that's right. I changed the intro video. I'm thinking of the old one. The new video just has Kristen Press in it, and she's not in her United States Women's National Team uniform, for the record. I totally forgot I made a new intro. Thank you, the Kill 405. Rich Spurs fans want to brick for Vic. Here's the problem. If you tank, there's no guarantee you're going to get the number 1 overall pick. There's just not. And tanking can build a losing mentality. Now, the Spurs right now, I think we are realizing, and I have to be honest, they're a lottery team. They've lost 9 of the last 10. I think we're going to trade some of our vets before the All-Star break, particularly Josh Richardson, Doug McDermott, and maybe Jakob Poeltl. And if that happens, I'll still be rooting for the team. I won't be rooting for us to lose, just by nature of the makeup of the team, though, and how young we'll be. If we trade Jakob, Jay Rich, and Doug McDermott, we're trading players away that I think are 27, 29, and 31. Somewhere around there, and the Spurs right now are the 3rd youngest team in the NBA. Take those 3 guys out of the equation, that might drop them down to 2nd, maybe in the 1st. Gorgui Dieng would be, I think, the only player north of 30 on the roster at that point. Uh, and then we'll be certainly a top five pick. And you know what? I hear a lot of Spurs fans say that maybe not Victor because of the injury concerns. Maybe Scoot Henderson will be the guy. But then we have a big gaping hole at center too if Jakob leaves. So there's it's still a fun and exciting time to be a Spurs fan, but there's a lot of question marks on what's going to happen this season because the Spurs have shown us that they're not afraid to trade away players that we think aren't going to be traded. DeJounte Murray, Derek White, Jakob Poeltl probably falls somewhere in between those two in ability, and I wouldn't be shocked if they traded him. I think this will be Pop's last year. Yes, Michelob, 9 out of the last 10, we are that bad. And Mike Diaz, we're not taking on purpose. We're not as good as we want us to be. The Chiefs are down? Kyle Armas, what's 27, 29, 30? Oh, the ages of the players I mentioned. Okay, I was close. But eventually they'll be 27, 30, and 31. But yeah, that would definitely lower the Spurs' overall team age. It is Spurs ball. I do think Pop's last year is this year, which is why I'm going to see the Spurs next month in Texas. I'm trying to see him on the. Maybe he's not there. Huh. I don't know. Ball is kicked out of bounds. It is Spurs ball, knocked out of bounds, I think, by Austin Reeves. It'll stay with the Spurs. They have 14 on the shot clock. And Russell Westbrook has checked in the game. He's played, last I checked, pretty darn well coming off the bench for the Lakers. Props to him for accepting that role, and not only accepting it, but excelling in it. That Vassell pull-up jumper on the pick and roll is good. We got a whistle. And one. No, not the head coach of anybody. Oh, Pop's not feeling well? Veronica, we were looking for Pop. He's not at the game, apparently. Michelob, Malachi Branham, I don't think the Spurs think he's. I guess I'll have to say it the same way Warriors fans said, you guys said about James Wiseman, just not NBA ready yet. Vassell bricks the free throw. Lakers up 13-8, 6.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Westbrook will bring it up for the LA, guarded by Jeremy Sohan. And now we're going to have traveling on Lonnie Walker. Westbrook gave it to Lonnie, and Lonnie turned the ball over. And that's one thing Spurs fans did see from Lonnie Walker a lot. Not necessarily traveling, but him stepping out of bounds a lot. If you're a Spurs fan, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know if he's done it with LA, but he would be, out there in three-point land, and he'd get a pass, and then he's stepping out of bounds. Old stepper. Trey Jones over to Jeremy Sohan, 14 on the shot clock. Sohan will drop it off to Calvin Johnson. Johnson back around to Devin Vassell. Vassell's going to drive. Picks up his dribble back to Sohan. 3 on the shot clock. Sohan with the long jumper. Good! That's it. Oh, it's a 3! I thought he had his foot on the line. Sohan with his first 3 in forever. He shoots about 18% from beyond the arc. Lonnie Walker for 3. No good. Charles Bassey Mania, running wild with some Spurs fans. He's cooled off a little bit, but he's still playing well. And now an offensive foul on the Spurs. On Keldon? I didn't see what happened. The amount of busted draft picks, our GM should be fired. Cortez, you talking about the Spurs? Phil, yeah, I don't know what's going on. He got sick from hugging Cole. No, not pink eye. Inflammation, Asia. It's not pink eye at all. It's just I went to see an eye doctor. He said it's not pink eye. It's some sort of inflammation. Doesn't know what caused it. Lonnie Walker drives to the paint, misses the layup. The putback by Anthony Davis is no good. We are going to have a foul and 2 free throws for AD. The Lions, all of a sudden, Kyle, are actually not bad. They've won 3 in a row. Go figure. Yeah, I can't get really mad about the Giants loss because I'm watching the game and we have Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones on offense. That's it. Jones literally threw to a guy today I'd never heard of. And then I heard the announcer say, oh, they just called him up from the practice squad. I'm like, we're throwing the guys from the practice squad? That's how depleted we are at wide receiver? The fairy tale's over. I have no doubts we're probably going to lose, barring a miracle, to the Cowboys Thursday. Yes, I said it. The offensive line is beat up. There's no wide receivers. You're just not going to win a game like that. Whoops. Put the free throw on the wrong side. You're not going to win like that. Oh, I think they changed that 3 to a 2. Remember when I said I thought Sohan hit a 2? He did. Charles Bassey had all day to shoot a 3 if he wanted it. Didn't want it. And now a turnover by Keldon Johnson. Lakers try to go fast break, almost turn it over themselves. The Spurs team has been plagued by turnovers this season. Westbrook into the paint, and I don't know if that was a shot, if he just lost the ball and turned it over. It didn't look good either way. Spurs ball, Josh Richardson alley-oop is blocked, but he gets the ball back. He's trying to get Bassey on an alley-oop. Too much alley, not enough oop. Keldon Johnson out the ball, drives by Westbrook, throws up the layup. No good. Bassey with the putback. That is good. And it is 15-12 with under 5 minutes to go. The answer is from Selena Pritchard. Hey, Phil, 28-3. Austin Reeves, alley-oop to Anthony Davis, and he throws it down with 2 hands. As the Spurs have been the victim of the alley-oop quite a bit the last few years, even with the Acapurdo in the lineup. He's been posterized a few times the last few years. Keldon Johnson, wide open for 3. No good. Jeremy Sohan with the putback. Keldon's shot has been quite off lately, the last few games. Zach, everybody in the NFC East is over 500. Brandon Jakob Pertl is probably the most important player that's out. Sorry, Phil. That number is still following the team around. Austin Reeves pulls up, drains the 3. I was rooting for the Falcons in that Super Bowl, for the record, because I can't stand the Patriots. So y'all broke my heart, too. Sohan's wide open for 3. You don't want that. He's going to take it. And make it. Yeah, you make it. Oh, okay, spur of the moment. I'm surprised. The NFC East is surprisingly good this year. Davis is open all day for 3. Missed it. Dougie McBuckets with the rebound. And Keldon Johnson will bring it up for San Antonio with 3:11 left in the quarter. Pope 3 by KJ is no good. Ball's going to bounce out of bounds. Right, I'm easy? I mean, Kyle, I can't really say anybody deserves to lose or win a Super Bowl. When you blow a lead like that, you certainly don't deserve to win. Kadarius Toney's hurt. He didn't work out too good for the New York Giants. Caramel drumstick. Ball is flopped into the air. Anthony Davis comes down. Davis with the layup and 1. Davis getting a lot of and 1 so far in this first quarter. I'll just clothesline him. I'm like, you're going to the line? Papaya! All right, don't do that. That's get you thrown out of the game. Well, I don't know. Maybe we need some dirty on this team. Maybe somebody should, body slam him, then give him the people's elbow. Just. I like how Austin Reeves, Cardenas, he's actually playing pretty well. LeBron James would be better in the starting lineup, I would presume, but he showed me something tonight. I'm not over familiar with him. Dougie got his 5,000th career point last night. Nice. Falcons were like, yay, up to. Wasn't there a time, we're in a commercial break, couldn't the Falcons have kicked the Super Bowl? Or kicked the Super Bowl. Kicked a field goal in that Super Bowl that may have given them a bigger lead, but I feel like they went for it on a 4th down. It was a weird game because I remember watching it at a friend's house, one of my close friends' house, and I think it was 28-3 at halftime. Then I went to my girlfriend's friend's house, and we watched the second half, and it was a completely different game. Michelob, I haven't bought the tickets yet because the Spurs have been losing. I noticed ticket prices have been going down a little bit, so I'm probably going to pick them up this week. If I get VIP tickets, I can get to the game 2 hours early, and I have seen, I guess those are season ticket holders, tickets that are up for sale, and I might have a chance to get an autograph there. The thing is, I don't have anything from the autograph. Normally it would be like a basketball card. I mean, I'll bring a D-Rob basketball card with me if I see him and he's, signing. But I don't have any cards of Keldon or Devin or any of the young guys. I haven't bought a basketball card in ages. So I don't even know what I would have them sign. Last Jedi, good evening. Ah, all right, Zach. That's right. I know, Asia. I know. I addressed that. You're bouncing back and forth from streams. I know. We are in a timeout, and the Lakers are up by 8. And I mentioned earlier in the stream, the San Antonio Spurs lead the NBA in number of games that they're down double digits in the first quarter. They're dangerously close to being down double digits in the first quarter. Again, Lakers girls. Anyway, get a dorm. No, the prune. Come on now. I do have a Keldon Johnson jersey. I'm going to wear that one day, but I don't know if I'd want him to sign my jersey because then I can never have him sign it. Happy holidays to everybody. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Anthony Davis will be at the line. Where's Keita Bates-Diop, the Laker killer? He had a career game against them last season. Where's KBD? Why? There he is. By the way, could we get to 50 thumbs up before the end of the first quarter? That would be appreciated. Davis, free throw, good. 9-point game. I think Doug McDermott will get traded, Phil, at some point, just because he's not part of this long-term plans for the team, and he could be a valuable asset for another team. There he is, KBD in the paint with the little runner float or whatever you want to call it. KBD dropped 30, I believe it was against the Lakers last year, maybe 31, and didn't miss a field goal. So I like seeing him in the game. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Lakers. Russell Westbrook in the paint. They get it out to Schroeder. Now over to Anthony Davis. Davis with 4 on the shot clock. Crossover, pull-up jumper. He is on fire. I don't know how many points he has, but it feels like it's more than 10. Lakers up by 9. Keldon Johnson 3. Davis has 14 points and 4 rebounds already. I mentioned he beats up on the Spurs regularly, but he is destroying them as Keldon Johnson takes him into the paint, throws it off the glass, gets the bucket. It is 25-18. But man, Davis is killing us tonight. He's almost got more points than the entire Spurs team. Westbrook for 3. Oh boy, and the Spurs are down by 10. I am Sol 77. Nice, Jedi. Well, I'm going to 2 Spurs games next month, so I'll be posting a lot of content while I'm in Texas. Keldon Johnson open for 3, takes the 3, misses the 3. Derrick Rose of the Spurs? No. Westbrook drives into the paint, and this is already turning into, last night's game. No Jakob tonight, Bengals 49. Right, we do need Tim Duncan. That's a miss. Lakers ball, 1 minute to go, up by 12. Anthony Davis drives into the post. Pull-up jumper. Good. Wow. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. And we can't do either. Davis with 16 points, on pace to get 64. He probably won't play enough minutes to get that. But this is getting embarrassing. Jay Rich pull-up jumper. Good. Josh Richardson, also a player that likely to possibly be traded sooner than later, or at least before the All-Star break, which is not until February. Oh, it's tough being a Spurs fan these days. Westbrook for 3 again. That one's no good. Fight for the board, and Charles Bassey will come down with it. Can the Spurs get this lead down to single digits before the second quarter as they add to their NBA total being down double digits in the first quarter? So it almost feels like every game now they're down double digits. Keldon, another 3. Westbrook drives, post. This is to Davis. Davis with a huge dunk. He's got 18 points. Oh. Yeah, I am definitely watching the Giants on Thursday. Wow. And I think this is the 11th time the Spurs are down double digits in the first quarter. I 80 is absolutely torching us. SH to the T. Um, I'm impressed. I mean, yeah. What can I say? He's playing terrific right now. His 16 points, 18 point, eight. I think he's got 18 points in the first quarter. If he plays enough minutes, he's on pace to hit over 70. Know what? This is. I mean, this game is. If it's stayed the course, the Lakers are on pace to beat us 136 to 80. Now, I obviously don't want to see that happen, and I don't think it'll stay like that. I mean, if the Spurs were actually to lose by over 50, it would be a franchise record, and I would not be here till the end of that. If we're getting crushed by more than 40 at the end of the third quarter, I might just be like, okay, I'm out of here. I mean, if I could get both of these autographs, that'd be incredible, but it's not happening. SH to the T. Gorgie Zhang started off on Anthony Davis, and now it is Charles Bassey, and neither player can handle him. We couldn't handle him last year. Whoever we put on him, Jakob Pertl even so couldn't handle him. Yeah, let's get a little something that looks good on the screen, which is not me. Yeah, she's laughing at the score too. Bronny and Pop, huh? Yeah, but RH, even a Davis that's lost his step is still better than a lot of the other big men in the NBA. The NBA is kicking their booties. Do I want no, Asia? I don't want LeBron on the Spurs because LeBron James. Look, he's on my goat list, top four of all time from 1990 up, which is when I started watching. I don't put Larry or Magic into that list because by the time I saw them, they were on the tail end of their career. So just players I actively got to watch. That being said, LeBron is 40 years old, and the Spurs are in a rebuild. LeBron's going to need to, I would assume, and want to go to a team that's built to win now, like the Golden State Warriors or the Denver Nuggets or the Bucks, or just a team that's can be a contender this year, and a team that I don't think he can get traded till after. No, we come back from a commercial break and the game's already going. But I think he coming to a team like San Antonio at the end of his career doesn't make a lot of sense unless Pop was going to coach for 2 more years. Davis going to the locker room. Hmm. And there was a trade. I mean, it would help my channel if there's one big positive. My viewership would probably quadruple. My live streams would probably go from 4 to 5,000 views to easily 25,000 or more with LeBron James on the Spurs. No doubt. Dennis Schroeder drives into the paint, slices and dices the Spurs defense, and gets the layup. Spurs down by 16. And we play this team 2 more times, mind you. Demisel, pull-up jumper. Nope. Still looking a little rusty with his time off. I don't know. I mean, Schroeder with a long 2-pointer with his foot on the line. I don't like those shots. Josh Richardson 3 down the other end. No good. Oh, boy. Well, Spurs moment, he's not going to want to play with the young team. It doesn't make sense. He wants. I gotta think he wants ring number 5 and 6. He wants to catch up to Jordan. J. Rich pull up 3. There we go. Lead down to 13. Good evening, Gooseby. Yo, Kyle Cruz. Yo, guys. Hey, you guys. And Schroeder out in 3-point land, guarded by Devin Vassell. 9 on the shot clock. Dish it out over Troy Brown Jr. Brown finds who dat with the ball. Can't see who that is. Pull-up jumper is good by Thomas Bryant, and it's a 15-point game. Yeah, they did, Jacob. I thought I was engaged. No, I'm single. I can't find anybody here in Connecticut. I'm also very picky. KBD drives in the paint, goes by the entire Lakers defense, but misses the layup in the paint because that's one of those nights. And now an alley-oop jumper to Wayne Gabriel and a timeout by the Spurs. They're down by 17. Oh, you could be right, Michelob. You're probably right. LeBron is going to play wherever his son is. Where that is, I don't know. Hey, Calvin, what's going on, my man? Happy Tofurkey Day to you, too. I might be crying on this tonight. Rough start for Spurs fans right now. No, Panama Jack, we're not, but that's much, much better looking than I am. A hell of a lot cuter, that's for sure. Gooseby, I watched the game this morning, the game from last night, the Clippers game, and I had no spoilers on my NBA League Pass, so I didn't know who won. And it was hard to watch after the first quarter. I felt like we were already done, and now I'm seeing an exact replay of last night's game. The defense is non-existent. The offense is just I don't know what happened to the team. Some of you said a while back that maybe teams will figure us out, and it feels like this is going to be a long year for Spurs content creators. Myself and everybody else that does Spurs content, it's going to be struggle is going to be real because people are going to check out on the team. It does happen. I mean, I just said I had a hard time watching the game. I didn't watch the last few minutes, but I didn't really want to watch the fourth quarter the way we were playing. Both my teams today. I watched the Spurs game this morning was terrible. I watched the Giants game that was horrible, and now this game is, oh boy. I don't think they're sinking on purpose. I just don't know what's up. They looked good to start the season, and maybe that was just maybe we got lucky. The wheels have fallen off. I feel like this happened to the San Antonio Spurs. They came in and said, "Hey, we're playing well, and this is what we got." We got Chuck Norris right in the face. Yep, no LeBron. After he lost that guy number 11. You know what? That does seem like a pivotal point, Gooseby. That is kind of right around where everything's went south. It should be noted with Joshua Primo being waived from the team. That was right around the same time frame when Blake Wesley hurt his MCL. So the team went from 3 point guards to one. And Trey Jones missed some time here and there. So we've been the team's been a disaster lately. We do. You know what? We'll get another Selena gift up there for you. Nick, I don't want us to tank. I want us to play hard every night. I want to see the guys develop. But games like this, I don't think are good for. Oops. Yeah, the building of the team, building team chemistry, building character. Just getting slaughtered is not going to help you out. Trey Jones, runner in the paint, no good. Goodness, we might be down by 20 here shortly. I'm just astonished we're down by 17. It hasn't registered. We're down by 17. 17! Which is Dennis Schroeder's number, and he has the ball right now. Schroeder in the paint, dishes it off to Thomas Bryant. Bryant with the jumper, no good at the rim, but he is fouled going in the line for two. Trey Jones for me is a perfect Patty Mills replacement as a leader, but probably only good for Michelob. I think that's kind of where I am at. I think I'd rather see him as a backup than a starter. I feel like this is a little higher than normal. That's a little lower. No, that's about right. A little crooked. I'm very OCD. Both free throws good, and the Spurs are down by 19. Yeah. Yes, it has been. It's worked off the bench. Westbrook has played very, very. Hasn't he played infinitely better off the bench than as a starter? And Dougie McBuckets goes backdoor, throws it up off the glass. Good 42-25. That might be one of the Spurs' first buckets this quarter. They haven't scored a lot. Well, they have 25 points. They haven't scored a lot, period. And now we're going to have a whistle away from the ball. Defensive foul on the Spurs non-shooting. He's been playing pretty well in Atlanta. And yes, Zach, Marquise Chris forever. Yeah, Jim's the Trey is what, like 6'1", and now a technical for the Dennis Schroeder with the free throw. I'm not sure what happened. By the way, I've seen not many, very small percentage, but some Spurs fans have said get Ben Simmons on the cheap. I don't want Ben Simmons whatsoever, not at all. No, thank you. That guy seems like he's a locker room headache, and I don't want him on our young team rubbing off in any type of bad way. Bryant in the paint, goes up, gets fouled, going back to the line for two again. Who's there, Kyle? Uh, Jahen's, he is very limited. He's a fantastic dunker. He's the best lob threat we've had in a long time, but his shooting is extremely sus right now. But he's 19 in his first year in the NBA, and we knew, or at least I knew, because I did a scouting report on him, or I didn't do it. I read a scouting report that coming out of college, that was going to be a problem with him. He was not a great 3-point shooter. He was not a good jump shooter. So I expected that this season. Hopefully that develops. I mean, he doesn't have to be great on offense. I think he's going to be our defensive specialist over the next few years. And if he can just be capable on offense, 13 to 15 points per game, get some dunks, hit the occasional three, missed both free throws. Spurs on a fast break, down the other way, up and off the glass, and good for Devin Vassell. Spurs have cut the lead to 16. Yeah, no more problem, guys. Exactly. No more problem. Zach with a $2 super chat. TSR looking like a Giants wide receiver coach. Am I with the polo shirt? Nice. Spurs ball. Gorgie Zhang's checked back in for San Antonio. And is that Isaiah Roby in there with the jumper? No good. Yes, it is. Zhang with the rebound. Zhang double, 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 pump, 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 fake. And then finally puts it up in. He likes to pump fake it a good 7 or 18 times before he takes the shot. Take the shot, Gorgie! Ooh, huge collision in the paint. Isaiah Roby gets run over by Troy Brown Jr. I think it was a super chat. And that's going to be an offensive foul. The Spurs trying to get a little momentum. Bad drafting by who? The Spurs or the Giants? I will say, I know I got a few Giants fans in the chat. Is it just me, or is Kenny Galladay the worst New York Giants free agent signing ever at wide receiver? Maybe all time, period. But he has been terrible. Kelvin Johnson with the ball, drives the paint, kicks it out. Sohan for three. No. Lakers ball. They're up by 14, under 7.5 minutes to go. Got a drive, layup. Schroeder, no good. Fight for the board. It's going to go out of bounds, and it will go to San Antonio. I think that was off Thomas Bryant. It's your boy Rico, not intentionally. I became a Spurs fan because of this guy right here. He did catch Asia. He caught the ball. I think that like it was only his third or fourth catch for the entire year. They were paying that bum 14 or 15 million a season. Jones runner in the paint, no good. Oh, well, actually, it is good. Bounced around a few times and then finally went in. And we're gonna have a timeout by the Lakers with the Spurs starting to heat up a little bit. Zach, I doubt it. I'll be in San Antonio next month. We did Goose Me. I was excited. Well, no, I wasn't. We're in a timeout. I wasn't excited with the Kenny Galladay signing only because he was coming off an injury where he only played 5 games, I believe, his last year in Detroit. And I don't generally. Players like that make me nervous when they're coming off an injury where they missed the majority of a season. And sure enough, he hasn't produced at all since coming to the Spurs. Brother BKL. OBJ to the Giants. Yeah, there's Cowboys fans saying they want Odell Beckham Jr. He's had 2 torn ACLs. He's probably not going to be that guy that can take a 5-yard slant to the house 75 yards. I think those days are probably behind him. Can he still be a capable possession receiver? Probably. But he's not going to be the guy you saw in the Giants' first few years. 3 to 4 years. I hope it's not that long, Nick. I've been calling the Spurs on this channel since 2019. Yes, 2019. 19, 20, 21, 22 is my fourth year calling the Spurs. You're only going to see 2 years of content on here. The first 2 years of the channel, I just decided to pull it all down. 2020 got so political in the streams. It was an election year. Plus, we had the 1-9. Plus, there's everything that was happening in the world just started bleeding into the streams, and I started talking about it in there, which I shouldn't have. And I was like, you know what? All that's gone. I did a soft channel reset last year in the summer, and now it's just in sports only, which it always should have been. Give Galladay to us, and we'll give you Andy Dalton and Dennis Allen. Deal? I don't want another quarterback. Two Mangoes, good evening. Right now, they're not winning the game. They're down by 12, and it's been these first. I don't know what's wrong with the team. I have nothing. I watch every game, and I sit here and just look at them, and I'm like, what has changed from the first half of the season, or first half of the games we've played this year to the second half? And the major change, I suppose, is we don't have any point guards. With Primo being waived and Blesley spraining his MCL. That's the big difference. Guys aren't hitting their shots like they were. Kelvin started off very hot. He's cooled down. Trey Jones' shooting percentage is going like that. Demisel has missed some time. So when you factor all that in, it starts equating to losses and the turnovers. This team has been turning the ball over at an extremely high rate this season, an alarmingly high rate. You guys don't want Galladay, do you? Exactly, Asia. No PP. There's OPP, then there's no PP. Austin Reeves gets fouled hard in the paint. There'll still be Lakers wide. That might be a non-shooting foul. We'll see. We do need Blake Wesley back. The Hornets pick that Spurs have. It's protected 16, which means we're not getting that pick, Michelob. The Hornets suck this year. We're losing that pick. I haven't done a video on that, but barring an absolute miracle of a turnaround from them, yeah, because right now they're bottom 10 in the league. Reeves with a long three, no good. Spurs get the rebound on the fast break. Trey Jones is going to lose it out of bounds and lost out of bounds. Blake is out for another week or two. I want to say 2 weeks. I think they're going to take, I presume they're going to take their time with him. He's a young guy. You don't want to rush him back. We're clearly not contending right now, so it's not like you got to get him back in the lineup immediately. And we're going to have a charge on Lonnie Walker, former San Antonio Spur. Spur of the moment, plan B is if the Spurs are not the number 1 pick overall next draft, but they're number 2, I got to think Scoot Henderson would be the ideal one. Oh, it does roll over, Nick? Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. World Cup. I like to see the United States men's national team win the World Cup. I doubt that'll happen. I won't be watching any of it. I'll be at work anyway. It's on. Whoa! Kelvin Johnson with the miss, but Jeremy Sohan with the thunder dunk of justice. One thing Sohan can do is he can put it down. And so can Thomas Bryant, apparently, as he throws down and dunk right back the other way. I think that was an LU possibly from Westbrook. I was looking at the score, and boom, there was Bryant dunking the ball on us. Oh, well. That's another miss for the Spurs. Michelob, probably not. Bryant sprints down the court, gets the layup. I mean, maybe. Yeah, the off. Probably. How many players are on that? Vassell for 3. Long 3. Good. Well, he's pushing 40, Jims. Joshua, I thought he's been good at times. He's also defended the best players on the opposing team at times. Oh, Westbrook took a shot to the face. No whistle. Inadvertent contact, I presume. Bryant with another dunk as he posterizes Gorgie Zhang. Who's Thomas Bryant, and why is he lighting us up? Poster is right. Gorgie Zhang for 3. Good. Get this old man out of here. He just hit a 3. But yeah, he just got posterized. We've gotten posterized a lot. Westbrook out to Austin Reeves all day from 3. Yep. Nobody within 5 feet of Austin Reeves but the corner 3. Nobody beats the Wiz. Austin Reeves with 10 points on 4 of 6 shooting. Spurs ball. Jeremy Sohan out to Kelvin Johnson for 3. Can't buy a bucket. Kelvin cannot buy a bucket. Westbrook gets rejected in the paint. Spurs have a fast break. Trey Jones goes up into the paint. Layup is good. Bad Dog is why is he still mad about the Giants? I predict Argentina win the World Cup. Yeah, Kyle, I'd like to forget that. Austin Reeves in the paint. Spins around, and finally gets fouled. Trey's not. It's your boy Rico. I've seen Trey Jones dunk once. A baked potato can coach better than Dennis. Now I'm hungry, Last Jedi. I could go for a potato. But it's late, and I'm not going to eat this late. Davis came out of the game after the first quarter. He went to the locker room. He's been dealing with a back injury. He has not been in since. Reeves at the line with the free throw. Oh, well, he just came back in. Oops, I'm 1 point off. Sorry, Copy Wolf. That's what happens when you start talking in the chat too much. It's right now. Yes, Asia. I have to take it 4 times a day. It's a steroid drop that I'm putting in. Second free throw is good. Score is right now 54-41, 332. Jeremy Sohan will bring it up the court for the San Antonio Spurs, down by 13. Almost another turnover to the Spurs. Over to Gorgie Zhang, back to Josh Richardson. Richardson going to drive, stops. Over to Kelvin Johnson, thinks about a 3, pulls it down. Into the paint, gets it out to Gorgie Zhang. Gorgie with the alley-oop. And then Jeremy Sohan catches, couldn't convert on that, but then throws down a huge dunk in the paint. That's 2 dunks for Jeremy Sohan in the last couple minutes. Sohan already our best dunker. And Reeves drives in the paint, misses the layup. Spurs on the run. Sohan brings it up the court, sprints into the paint, and absolutely crashes into a player and gets the charge. A little out of control there. A lot out of control there. Let's get this lead to under single digits. Oh, our fast break switcher brothers are terrible. They weren't good last year. They were bungled. Lonnie Walker for 3, and former San Antonio Spurs Lonnie Walker says, "Suck it, Spurs." It's a big 3. 57-43. Lakers 4-14 from beyond the arc. The Spurs only 3-14. Kelvin at the paint with another miss. Kelvin Johnson not having a good night tonight. Lonnie Walker sprints down the court. Spurs couldn't get him in transition, and he gets the layup, and it is 59-43. Why did I have to show LeBron James every time out? With all due respect, he's not playing. Show the guys that are playing. Show the guys that are put up 59 points. But every time they go to commercials, like, you got to show LeBron. I mean, I hate that when they keep showing players that aren't involved in the game. We had this running joke, me and my friends, back in the Super Bowl when Tampa Bay was in it. It was all Warren Sapp because they kept showing Warren Sapp on the sideline when his offense was in the game. I'm like, he has nothing to do with this. Why are you showing Warren Sapp? And I kind of feel the same way here. Is any game on any TV, it's like, why do you keep showing the guys that have nothing to do with what's happening on the court or field? Exactly. I don't need to see the cheerleader unless they're the Lakers girls. Then show them, please. I'm not fine for the Spurs losing. I've never, ever, ever, ever been a guy that condones tanking on this channel. And I'm a Giants fan, and they suck and have sucked for the last 10 years. Look like they're getting things together this year, but the last 3 weeks have shown us the honeymoon might be over. Joshua, Yeah, Johnson is 1 of 12 from the field and 0 for 7 from 3. Whoa. That is really bad. All right, do we have a cheerleading squad? The Silver girls are gone. Or Silver dancers. Silver. I'm getting confused in my head. Spurs ball. Devin Vassell drives to the paint. Layup is no good. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Anthony Davis does seem to be okay, Lakers fans. For those of you that had any concern, he's back in the game. Probably needed a rest from all the scoring he was doing in the first quarter. Lonnie Walker drives baseline. Out to Austin Reeves. Reeves takes the long 3. Yes, he has, Michelob. Reeves with 15 points in the first quarter. Jeremy Sohan, runner in the paint off the glass, no good. And the Lakers might be up by 20 by the half. They are in the bonus, up by 19 right now with a minute and a half to go. Davis out to Austin Reeves. Loses it. Had a chance for a three-pointer. Said he's going to drive baseline. In the paint. Double clutch. Shoot. Hit. Fouled. Going to the line for 2. Steven, I'm tired of losing. Lauri Markkanen, man, Lauri has been fantastic with the Jazz. He just needs to say, look, let's show LeBron James again. Why did he keep going to LeBron? Look, I'm not hating Lakers fans, but they keep showing LeBron cheerleading instead of showing the guys that, like, just scored or did something. Oh, there he is again. Oh, stop. Kyle, you're a Rockets fan and they suck. It is like old times. Good times. Spurs getting crushed. Giants getting their butts whooped. This is the weekends I remember as a Spurs and Giants fan. Lakers on a 10-0 run in the last minute and a half. Josh Richardson out in three-point land. Back to Doug McDermott. McDermott over to Jay Rich. Jay Rich with the long schlong 3, and it's good. Jones has been struggling to get a shot, just can't get him to drop. Davis in the paint. Someone that has been able to get them to drop is Anthony Davis, as he has, I think, 20 points now, and he sat out most of the second quarter. I don't think he has. I think Aaron Judge is still up for grabs, and that the Yankees need to re-sign him. Or do they? Josh Richardson, pull-up jumper, no good. There was a lot of contact between him and Austin Reeves. No foul on either player. Russell Westbrook will bring it up for LA. Nice, brother BKO. Westbrook, crossover, double teamed. Tries to get into Anthony Davis in the paint, turns the ball over. Spurs can hold for the last shot, and they will. Jay Rich out in three-point land to Trey Jones. Jones in the paint, gets by the defense and gets the layup. So actually, stand corrected. The Lakers can hold for the last shot. That is a long, ugly three-pointer. No good. Spurs are down by 18. All right, Michelob, good night. Oh, I forgot to run the clock. That's the end of the first half. The Spurs are down by 18. We'll get some halftime stats, although I don't think I'm going to like them. I did not like that first half either. 3:30 a.m. where you are? Pop's not even there tonight. He's got the poops. You have a Lakers AD jersey? Get out of here. All right. Let's go to NBA.com and take a look. First thing that pops up on NBA.com, lookers late to capitalize on Spurs' ice-cold form. Nice. That's what I like to see. All right, for the Spurs, Kellen Johnson absolutely stinks tonight. 1 of 12 from the field, 0 of 7 from beyond the arc. Doesn't have a rebound, an assist, a steal, a block, and 1 turnover. He is terrible tonight in his 17 minutes. Jeremy Sohan with 8 points and 6 rebounds. Gorgie Zhang with 7. Devin Vassell with 9. Trey Jones with 8 points. Off the bench for the Spurs, Charles Bassey with 2. Josh Richardson, 8. Doug McDermott, 2. KBD with 2. Isaiah Roby with a donut. For the Los Angeles Lakers, former San Antonio Spur, Lonnie Walker with 7. Troy Brown Jr. with 2. Anthony Davis just feasting out there in the Spurs. 20 points, 9 boards, 2 steals, and a block, and 2 assists in only 15 minutes. Austin Reeves also having a huge game against the Spurs with 17 points. Patrick Beverley with as many points as me. He's got 0. Westbrook off the bench with 5. Kendrick Nunn with 1. Dennis Schroeder with 2. Thomas Bryant owning the Spurs tonight. He's got 10 points and 4 boards in 8 minutes. And then Wayne Gabriel with 2. And it's just, if you're a Spurs fan, this team has just completely is falling apart. And my goodness, do they ever look like a lottery team? Kellen is taking I don't know what's happened with him lately, but he is, the struggle is real. What's up, Luke? Shut it. Shut your pie hole. Look, I'm not surprised. In the first quarter, Daniel Jones completed a pass to a guy I've never heard of. And when you have no wide receivers at this point in the year, you're not going to win games. You just got to stop Saquon. If you're the Cowboys, put 10 in the box. Seriously. Put 10 in the box, stop Saquon, you're going to beat us. That's all you got to do. I mean, Stephanie, hopefully it will be a fun game. I hope it's not a blowout. I don't expect the Giants to blow out the Cowboys, but I really hope the Cowboys don't blow up the Giants. One, because I'm a Giants fan, but two, I'd like to see an actual good football game from the Giants this week. And if they're getting crushed at halftime, I'll watch it, but I'll be half paying attention to it. I fell asleep today during the third quarter. Our offense was so freaking anemic. Bryant has been super efficient. The Spurs aren't purposely losing. They're just bad. Nice, Jacob. Have a good time with that. All right, so I'm missing one person from the Lakers lineup. Oh, you know what? It was Kendrick Nunn. He was out there. I think the Lakers are going with a 10-man rotation. Are the Lions playing the Bears again? Because I am absolutely tired of seeing that every freaking year. Or the Lions just period. I pull up the Lakers roster real quick because I don't know Kendrick Nunn's number at all. He is number 12. Do you guys know that Scottie Pippen Jr. is on the Lakers? I saw that earlier today. Is he any good? And then Matt Ryan pulling double duty. Matt Ryan also playing for the Lakers. So Colts and Lakers. That's quite impressive. Modern day Bo Jackson. Do I miss Lonnie Walker? No. SH to the team. He was a fun player to watch at times. Could be very explosive. Arguably the most athletic player on the San Antonio Spurs. But a general, just very inconsistent. And if he was on the team right now, would he make the team better? I think we'd be in the same situation we are right now. At what point send him to send him to Austin? What? Lonnie Walker, greatest Spur of all time? Well, I mean, he's got the 0 rings, the 0 MVPs, the 0 final MVPs. So I do think that stacks up pretty well against Tim Duncan. So yeah, probably Lonnie number 1, Timmy D number 2, David Robinson number 3 in that order, respectively. Scottie Pippen Jr. on the Raptors. No, I just said ESPN said he's on the Lakers roster. Is that not right? Is ESPN wrong? ESPN is never wrong. Come on. No way ESPN got that wrong. You know what? I'm going to pull Lonnie up and see how he's doing. I'm going to go a little basketball. We have 69 likes, by the way, which is the magic number. Lonnie Quattro. El Quattro. Lonnie Walker the fourth. How's he doing with the Lakers this year? He's played in 12 games, not including tonight. 31 minutes a game, shooting 47% from the field, which actually is a career high. 35% from beyond the arc, which is kind of where he's been for his career. And then giving the Lakers 2.3 rebounds, 1.8 assists, and 1 steal. So not much there, but 16.6 points per game, which right now would be a career high. He's also getting 31 minutes a game, which is a career high. So he's I guess, playing marginally better than he did with the Spurs. But, I mean, if we had that production right now in the starting lineup, is that really making us a better team? And who's he starting over? Is he starting over Devin Vassell? If I do a comparison between him and, I think I could do a player comparison. Yeah, we could compare Lonnie Walker to Devin Vassell because that would be the player he would he'd be starting over. Vassell are starting shooting guards, so that would be Lonnie Walker would take that spot. So let's go ahead and see. Let's compare the two players. Come on, Basketball Reference. Okay, Vassell's 23, Walker's 24. They're playing almost identical minutes, 31 minutes each. Shooting percentage almost identical. Lonnie Walker 0.471, Devin Vassell 0.469. Devin Vassell, the much more efficient three-point shooter, 42% instead of 35. Vassell, the better rebounder, 3.8 to 2.3. Vassell, the better passer, 3.3 assists to 1.8 assists. Lonnie actually averaging a little bit more on the defense, 1 steal to 0.8 steal for Vassell, zero point 0.6 blocks to 0.5 blocks to Vassell. Lonnie with a little less turnovers, 1.2 to 1.6. Personal fouls, Lonnie has 2.1 to 1.3 for Vassell, and then Vassell scoring at a higher clip, 20.4 to 16.6. So there you go. If Lonnie Walker was producing ways with the Lakers, our record would be the same. Maybe we'd be even a little worse since Devin has carried the offense at times and is a better rebounder and passer. So half a dozen in one, 6 in the other. I do think at this point Devin Vassell probably has the higher ceiling than Lonnie Walker, just based on what I've seen on the court. Lonnie, the more athletic player, but Devin Vassell much better at creating his own shot, and I think he's only going to get better with that as time goes on. Scotty is on the Lakers. Okay. Sports streamer, I don't know why Pop is out tonight. I have no idea. Calvin is rough tonight. After going unselected in the 2022 NBA draft, Pittman signed a two-way contract with the Los Angeles Lakers on July 1st, 2022, splitting time with their G League affiliate, the South Bay Lakers. Okay. I didn't know that. Thank you, Zach. I was clueless on that. I mean, what else am I going to do when my team's getting beat by 18? I mean, I would not be upset if Lonnie turns into the player that we thought he could as a Spurs fan, but I haven't seen it yet. I've just seen little glimpses. Workforce Planner, good evening to you. If I knew Pop was out, I would have bet the late. I mean, this is a repeat of last night. How much were we down to the Clippers at the half? Weren't we down near 20? I'm actually going to pull that up, but I feel like the Spurs were down that much last night, and it's just a complete repeat. I mean, I guess if there's one silver lining, is if they keep losing like this, I can start ending the streams halfway through the fourth quarter, maybe even at the end of the third quarter if they're getting their doors totally blown off. But this is not fun to watch if you're a Spurs fan. Even if you're just a basketball fan. I mean, if you're a Lakers fan, maybe you're enjoying the blowout. But even as a Spurs fan, when we're up, which is rare, but when we're up 15 to 20 at the half, I don't like calling those games. They're not fun. There's just, I mean, when it's not competitive, that's not what I'm looking for. Last night, the Spurs were down 64 to 48 at the half. Are you kidding me? We were down 64 to 48 last night. Well, I'm good, son. If there's any silver lining, we'll have a better shot at a better draft pick. Which is not what I'm rooting for. But I'm always going to try to focus on the positive of this channel, and I'll just say, you know what? We just moved up a draft spot. Probably. The 73-year-old Popovich apparently felt fine during his pregame media availability, but the winningest coach in NBA history then felt it was shortly before tip-off in Los Angeles on Sunday night. Well, Jonathan, if you're here for Selena, here she is. Kyle, we were down last night 64 to 48 at the half. That's almost identical to tonight. Almost identical! Yes, you can! Go Spurs, go! If you ain't down with that. Boop, boop. All right. Oh, the final score? I don't know. I think we had 97 and they had like 119. I think we lost by more than 20. No defense. Offense is in shambles lately. Wemby, here we come. Alex, but there's no guarantee we get the first round pick. I mean, think about it. You have like a 14% chance of getting the first round, the very first pick. What if we pick like fourth? Then, what happens then? I guess Scoot Henderson. I mean, Tavares, Scoot Henderson would be appears to be the clear cut consensus number 2 pick in the draft. And then there's those brothers. I forgot their names. Brandon, whatever. We could use him. I mean, if you're the Lakers, what are you going to do? You're not going. I mean, you're not going to defend him. He's too cute. It doesn't work. I mean, I think Spurs fans need to remember. Maybe some are too young; they weren't watching then. The Spurs were not the worst team in the NBA in 96, 97. I believe they were the third worst team. We had a little luck getting Tim Duncan. Now you could say, well, we could get lucky this year if we're not the worst team. Well, luck has not been on our side the last 3 seasons. We've been a lottery team. And correct me if I'm wrong, Spurs fans. We have not moved up one bit in the last 3 drafts. We have drafted exactly where we finished, which was what 12th, 11th, 12th, and 9th. I think the last 3 drafts. Right now we're on pace, and if we keep playing like this, we're gonna go 0-4 this week. Oh my god, that would be terrible. That would be 8 in a row. Please, for the love of my channel and for Spurs fans, don't do that. But if we keep playing worse and worse, and by the end of the week we could be one of the bottom 5 or 4 teams in the NBA. And I said this at the start of the stream. Right now they're trending in one direction. This way, 1-9 in their last 10 games. They're one of the worst teams in the NBA over those last 10 games. Did we? So, oh, maybe somebody may have jumped over us, Sugar J. I think they did, but we haven't moved up at all. Tavares, I think the Rockets will be worse. I want to actually pull up the NBA standings just for the league standings, not the conference standings, but I want to pull up the league standings. Players are on the court, but they're not ready to go yet. So NBA.com or ESPN real quick. Let's get the standings. All right, league standings for the NBA. The Detroit Pistons are the worst team in the NBA. They're the only other team right now. No, 3 teams 1-9 in the last 10. The Pistons, Hornets, and the Spurs. Right now, the Pistons are 3-15. The Rockets are 3-14. The Hornets are 4-14. The Lakers are 4-10, on their way to jumping to 5-10. The Magic are 5-12, and the Spurs are about to drop, barring a turnaround in the second half, to 6-12, which means the Lakers will leapfrog over us, right? Yeah, the Lakers will move in front of us, and we'll be in the bottom 5 teams in the NBA. The Magic, I could see finishing higher than us. I believe Powell's been playing well. The Hornets should, but they suck right now. When it's all said and done, if we keep playing like this, we might be a bottom 4 team in the NBA. And I believe the bottom 4 teams all have a 14% chance for the first overall pick. So there is that. Oh, Wilson just meant the 14%. There you go. So finish in the bottom 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. Bottom 4, you all have the highest chance to get the number 1 overall pick. The Thompson brothers. Jeremiah, good evening to you. Tavares, I could see Jakob getting moved. That's why I've been doing videos on it. And I appreciate those of you who've been watching those. I've been having fun with the trade type videos. It's great to hear from your thoughts on what we should do. And you guys have given a lot of good feedback. Some stuff that I missed, admittedly. Anthony Davis with the ball 4 on the shot clock. Pull up jumper. He is on fire tonight. We're down by 20. Do they, Jedi? So last Jedi, I don't know if I asked you this, and my apologies if I did. I asked Goose this, but he didn't see the comment. But Michael Thomas, time to move on? Maybe I did ask you that. Vassell for 3. Nope. Davis with the rebound. Yes, Kyle. Victor Wanyamama. Davis with another pull-up jumper. That was a brick. Yeah, I did. Mike Beans. Oh, so you're having one of those years too, huh? It's weird. I just realized the Giants were winning. Maybe they shouldn't have, but they were. But the Giants and Spurs both kind of went like this at the same time. That's a miss by Gorgie Zhang, and it's going to be Lakers ball. Jakob to the Cavs? I don't think they want him, do they? Don't they already have enough big men? Well, hello, Boo Boo's the cat. Is it worth watching the rest of the season, Roy Garza? I watched the first two episodes of this season. I've kind of checked out because AMC announced the spinoffs, and I was like, I already know everybody that's going to survive, and should I just get AMC Plus for a month, or should I just do the free trial for a week and just binge, 10 episodes or 8 episodes? Call it a day. Trey Jones runner is no good. Lakers on the run. Fast break is broken up. Lonnie Walker gets the ball back and throws it down on his old team. And the Spurs are down by 22, and we're going to get a timeout. Spurs coming off a back-to-back. I did. All right, sorry, Jedi. I won't ask again. Loved what he did, but time to move on. Agree. He was fantastic when Drew Brees was there, but he's been very injury prone the last few years. Yeah, time to move on. I saw you say Trey Patel the worst, but I don't want. Well, not me. That was an article by Sports Illustrated and Bleacher Report, I believe, spur of the moment. But you know what? Well, I don't want to help another team. We got to think big picture. Steph Curry is going to be at the top of his game for maybe another 2, maybe 3 years, and I expect him to hit the wall at some point. He's been dealing with injuries on and off the last few years. We're not going to be there next season, maybe not even the year after that. So if we can let's say the Warriors, best case scenario, offered us next year first round pick unprotected, which is going to be a late pick more than likely, James Wiseman, and Patrick Baldwin Jr. Just hypothetical. You're getting 2 former first round picks and a future first round pick. Would you take that trade for Jakob Poeltl, especially if in your back of your mind you're the Spurs organization and you don't think there's a chance you could resign him? I think you have to. Even if you don't want to trade within the conference, at some point you just got to say, hey, we got to take the best offer available. It's from this team. And there's no guarantee Jakob Poeltl, if he was traded to the Warriors, re-signs with them. He could be a 1-year rental. You get essentially 3 first round picks for a half a season rental. That's worth it, isn't it? And he could actually even re-sign with us. Wouldn't that be something if the Spurs traded Jakob Poeltl to any team for some picks or whatever, and then he comes back to the Spurs? That could happen too. Not likely. Joe Mama, what? Nice. I'm going to end you. How's that sound? Check this out. Dumb ASS. See, I was fine with people trolling, but then when you're just stupid, I can just time you out. Feel free to make another channel. We'll know it's you. We'll time you out again. And then when you make another channel, we're going to time you out again. Do you see a pattern here? And if you don't, here's what you're going to get. Type yours in your face! Lori Markkinen fan. I don't even know. Is that a supermodel? Lori Markkinen? I'm not even familiar with her. My team's losing. Do you realize because I watched last night's game today, there's a potential that I watched the Spurs lose this morning, the Giants lose this afternoon, and I might see the Spurs lose tonight. So I didn't see my teams lose once today, not twice today, but 3 times! Come on, man! Gah! Devasel with the ball drives, chucks it out to Kelvin Johnson for 3. My goodness, can you make a shot, Kelvin? Anthony Davis for 3. That one's no good. Kellen is off tonight, Joshua. He's my favorite player, but it hurts watching him play like this. He Euro steps into a wall of Lakers, turns the ball over. He ain't got it tonight. At this point, man, throw Coyote out there. Change it up. Let's do something different. Austin Reeves with the ball right now, throws it cross court to go around the world. P-Bev to Anthony Davis, and he's open in the paint for a dunk. Right? Hey, Sugar J, he's got something wrong. It's, you know what? Since that moment, the Drew show, it has been all downhill for the Spurs. I hate to say it. Maybe that was a bigger distraction than we realized to the team. Losing Blake Wesley at the same time and having no point guards except for Trey Jones on the roster, not helping either. But the team just definitely, I don't know. Lonnie Walker blows by the Spurs defense, hits the layup, and we're down 26. And the Spurs take another timeout. Joshua, we look bad tonight. We looked bad last night. I don't know what's happened. Can we get to 100 thumbs up? I don't know if we can get to 100 thumbs up. My streams have been going down with the team losing. And while I do this for fun, there's that 99% fun, 1% got to treat it like a business and grow the channel. And the team, unfortunately, fans are checking out. But maybe if I start doing more hypothetical trade videos and draft pick videos, people will check in because we're headed in that direction. Carlos Jeter, my man, he drops a super cat of $20 in my face and up my nose with a rubber hose. I don't know. Carlos, he says, good evening, Ricardo, Jedi, Zach, Asia. No matter what happens, go Spurs, go, and go Lakers. Go, my two favorite teams. I do not like them playing each other, but it is what it is. You aren't kidding, my man. This is for you. Go Spurs, go! And you get a big hug, not from me, but from Grogu. He's giving you a hug, Carlos. No, Anthony, I'll be here, but I think I'm sure there's a lot of casual fans for every team, and I think that's why moving forward, I need to start covering other stuff on the NBA. I'm going to still do live streams and cover the Spurs, but I think to keep the channel relevant in the algorithm, I have an idea for the playlist is going to be called TSR Jams, not me jamming, but I have something that I want to do with shorts on this channel. I want to have some kind of short playlist because shorts videos are the best way to get a video with millions of views. And I'd like to get another video with millions of views. And I have an idea that'll be easy, short to do, quick to edit, and maybe fun and different and have fun. Oh, dang it. Fake Jared Williams is here. Crap. Jesse, this is rough, man. I know you like to troll me on the Giants, but check this out. I mentioned this earlier a little earlier before I came in. I didn't see last night's game between the Clippers and the Spurs. I watched it this morning, and since I have NBA spoilers off, it was a brand new game to me. I didn't know who won. So I watched the Spurs lose in the morning. I watched the Giants lose in the afternoon, and barring a miracle, I'm going to see the Spurs lose this evening. So I didn't see my teams lose once today, not twice today, an unprecedented 3 times. Real Jared has a wrench, which Asia just said in the chat. Yes, real Jared has a wrench. That one does not. But feel free to keep timing him out and removing him. Kelvin in the paint gets rejected, and we're going to have a foul. Foul by Anthony Davis. Kellen Johnson going to go to the line for 2. But thank you, Carlos. Appreciate that. Anthony Davis, the unibrow is beaten off his head. Unibrow power is just firing off tonight. I don't have any beer. I got water. Lonnie got more points than our whole team. Sure does. He's even missing his free throws. My Atlanta. Odyssey, I'm in the same bet. I'm in the same boat, excuse me. Victor Wembanyama would be probably the overall consensus #1 pick, but his injuries scare the hell out of me. Scoot Henderson seems like the safer bet. Oh, stop. The Giants are real bad. At least bad today. And it's going to get worse. That offense is terrible. And a huge alley-oop to Anthony Davis. Can't convert on the dunk. Going to get fouled and go to the line for 2. Jim's, my main job is I work for the state of Connecticut in the tax division. But it's, you know what? It's an easy sit-down job. I get paid very well. I have 13 holidays starting next year. Um, pension, a 40 similar to a 401k plus health insurance for life. I mean, it's a really good job. So when folks say do this full time, one, I don't have enough subscribers, and two, I wouldn't leave all that no matter what. The only way I would leave my job is if I had a minimum of 500,000 subscribers. Even then, I wouldn't. You know why? Because I told you guys I'm Anthony Davis at the line for one more. I play Magic the Gathering. Right now, that game is in turmoil, and I'm worried the game may die in the next year or two because of Hasbro if they keep handling it the way they are. And a lot of Magic the Gathering content creators are doing that now as a full time job. Well, if that game dies, there goes their job. Kellen Johnson for three. Oh, God. That looked like me shooting that out there. It was that off. Do you see what I'm saying? Way too risky. I would never, ever leave my real job. I don't know why I got into a little tangent there. Kellen should just come out of the game at this point. He's just having a rough night, and I hate saying that. He's my favorite Spur, but it's just not his night. P-Bev for three. They're up by 30. Field goals this quarter. Lakers are 5 of 7. The Spurs are 0 for 5. They haven't made a shot this quarter. Jeremy Sohan in the paint. Off to Kelvin. Kelvin with another miss. Rebound will come to the Spurs. Jeremy Sohan in the paint throws it up. Another miss there. Westbrook alley-oop to Davis. He taps it in. Not a dunk. He just kind of tapped it in. We're down by 32. Spur of the moment, I will not be here to the end. Lakers on a 15-1 run in the last 4.5 minutes, so I'll get to go to bed early. Kellen, that's not Kellen. That's Trey Jones for three. Excuse me. I'm so used to. I saw the miss. I thought it was Keldon. Trey Jones misses the three. Yeah, I'm not staying to the end of this if we're down by 40. It's miserable. You guys don't want to talk about it. Westbrook hits the ball off Jeremy Sohan's face. Okay. It's going to start getting hard. That's a miss. It's Spurs ball. It's going to start getting hard, getting plays of the week when I do the recaps. Johnson pulls up, no good, gets fouled, going to the line for two because we're having so few positive plays, it seems like. Yeah, it's. I might, and I guess I'll let you guys know that are here since the diehard Spurs fans are gonna be in here during a blowout. Spurs just got to David Robinson's number with 6.5 minutes left, but I might stop doing the Sunday recaps. The reason being is the views with the Spurs losing are going down quickly. And there's that 1% of me that still has to remember this is a YouTube channel and you're trying to grow the channel. And people don't want to hear about the Spurs going 0-3 in a week or 0-4. There's not a lot of positives to pull out. So I might pull that depending if I might do one more and see how it goes. But they are doing worse, generally speaking, every week and going to probably get worse. And those take me 2 hours. And it's just not worth it to do a Spurs video that takes me 2 hours. Westbrook pull up no good. It takes about 2 hours to do those recaps, getting the video highlights and compiling the stats, etc. If they're not going to be watched. And I'm not trying to be rude to anybody that's not watching them. If you don't want to watch it, that's cool. But 2 hours is a lot of time to put in a video that doesn't get views, whereas I could spend 15 minutes and do a hypothetical trade video or something like that, another miss for Kelvin, and that will get 2 to 3 times the views and won't kill my whole Sunday morning. Lakers ball up by 32. You guys usually cruel on. You understand. You guys get it. You're smart. You get it. That's not sarcasm. You get it. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Austin Reeves way out in three-point land. Reeves going to drive into the post. Stops. Pops. No good, but I think it was blocked from behind. Spurs ball. Bobby February, that horrible game by the Spurs. Dumb videos, good evening. Another miss for the Spurs. I'm half calling the game at this point. I'm sorry, it's hard to stay focused when your team's down. But the Spurs are 0 for 10 this quarter. We haven't made a field goal. Austin Reeves drives and gets the layup. I mean, the effort in our Spurs, I mean, if you're on the court, do you care at this point that you're getting blown up by this? Could turn into the worst loss in team history if he keeps up like this. McDermott, quick pull up jumper. Nope. Are we going to go the whole third quarter without a field goal? Reeves throws it up, fouled, no good, and looks like he's going to line for two. Dude, SH to the T. This is David Garden. Lonnie played tonight. He played okay. We have 51 points. This is. I'll take that, Chris. I'll take something. Oh, non-shooting foul. That's a miss. Spurs ball. Isaiah Roby's checked in, and I got to think the Spurs might be going more to the bench shortly. Almost a turnover. Dougie McBuckets gets it back and misses, and now another foul. Wait, we still haven't made a field goal, for the record. We have not made a field goal. For those of you that are here, we're very close to 100 thumbs up, and that's just going to be the goal for tonight, and that's going to be the goal for live streams moving forward. If this team keeps playing like this, I know less and less fans are going to show up, and I get it. I watched that game this morning. It was hard to watch, and I'm not going to stay to the end of this. I'm just telling you right now. And I don't hope you wouldn't expect me to stay. This is horrible. There you go, man. Looking for the positive. There you go. Top 5 pick. Here we come, guys. I hate to say it, but playing like this, playing like last night, the last week, this is not the same Spurs team we saw the first 10 days of the NBA season. I don't know what's happened to this team, but they are a wreck right now. And I'm going to see this live in a couple weeks. If they better not play like this when I go see them. Both free throws missed, by the way. I think that was Dougie at the line. I'm half here at this point. Josh Richardson with the ball on three-point land. 4 on the shot clock. Pull-up jumper. No good. Bassey with the rebound. We still haven't made a field goal yet. And finally, Charles Bassey with a thunder dunk of justice. Kellen's 1 of 16. I may have missed a score somewhere. I'm sorry. It's a 30-point game. Come on. Our 3-point attempt is no good. I leave the line to King Jorge with the $5 super chat. Even though we're down by 30, he goes with the Go Spurs go. My man, yes. Now turnover for San Antonio, one of many. And Westbrook, did he travel or get fouled? Oh, there's actually collision in the paint, too. Oh, my clock is way off. Wow, I'm sorry, guys. I must have stopped it and didn't start it at some point. Please forgive me. I tend to get a little lost during games where it's like this. Sports streamer, I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. I had an eye issue last week. It's still red, as you probably can see. It's my right eye. It's still red. I have to take eye drops. But I'm not extremely sensitive to light anymore. McDermott with the layup in the paint. Chargers beating the Chiefs. Charlotte's pick this year, Arab, is protected 1 through 16. So we're not going to, I think it rolls over to next year. Another viewer said earlier in the chat. We're not going to have that pick this year. They're terrible. Troy Brown for 3, no good. Spurs on the run. KBD drives baseline. Layup is good. Nice tough shot by Keita Bates-Diop. Carlos, hello again. Oh, we got a timeout. Let me adjust my clock. I don't know if I'm going to stay here to the end, but I think I just saw in the chat somebody said Kelman's 1 of 16. Sports streamer, I don't know what happened to my eye. I was sitting here playing video games last Tuesday, and I just felt like a twinge in my eye. Then it started turning red. It just happened. It literally just happened. I was fine 1 minute, and then I was not fine the next, and it sucked. Wednesday was pretty rough, and then Thursday morning I got up. I had to call out of work. I could not. I canceled the stream for that night too. as soon as light hit my eye, it hurt. I felt like a vampire. I was literally doing that for a couple hours. It took 2 hours, both Thursday morning and Friday morning, before I could completely have light hit me in the face. That's how sensitive I was. To make matters worse, I went to Walgreens. They were out of the meds on Wednesday, and they're like, "We'll have them in Friday." I'm like, "All right, I'll just wait for them. I guess I have to wait." Then I call them Friday, like they're not going to be here until Tuesday. And I was like, "Oh hell no!" So luckily, another Walgreens had them. That was very close to me. So note to you guys: if your pharmacy is out of the prescription, check within the chain to see if another one locally has it. Don't wait like I did. Just waiting that extra 2 days may have caused permanent damage to my eye. I don't think it did. I can see fairly fine, but the medication I'm taking causes a little blurriness. So I forgot where I was going. What was I doing? I was checking Kellen. I don't even want to look at the box score of this game. I'll do a final box score later. Kellen's been bad tonight. I hate saying that, but it's a fact. Edgar Victor worries me because of his injury history. Spurs get the turnover on the fast break. Alley-oop to Bassi. Bassi with the layup off the glass, or jumper off the glass. And the Spurs making a run here. They're on a 10-0 run in the last 2 minutes. The greatest comeback of all time is about to happen here with TSR Sports in his chat. Dennis Schroeder out to Russell Westbrook. Westbrook drives in the paint, throws it up, and gets blocked. Goaltend? Yeah, goaltend. Victor Wanyamama. I call him Victor Wanyamana. Looks like a vampire gnome punched you. Josh Richardson in the paint. Beantown Breakdown. Cheers from the desert. Bobby, good to see you, my man. I checked out your pad in your video. Hope you're doing well. Check this out, man. Can you see that? Oh, this has sucked. Not pink eye. Inflammation internally within my eyeball. Bobby, I was just telling the chat, I could not take any light to my eye Thursday and Friday. Finally got a little better yesterday, getting better today. It still looks like hell, but I had to cancel my stream Thursday night, cancel my stream last night. And check this out, Bobby. I watched the Spurs game this morning on replay, not knowing who won. I watched the Spurs lose in the morning, the Giants lose in the afternoon, and now I'm about to watch the Spurs lose in the evening. So I got the rare trifecta of watching my teams lose 3 times in one day, as there's an alley-oop dunk by Thomas Bryant, and it's 89-61. Has Joe Mama been on fire? Well, of course he didn't do anything here. By the way, if you guys are an New England sports fan, make sure you check out my man Beantown Breakdown. Good dude. He does the Patriots, Red Sox, Celtics, and Bruins. Been taking some time off this November, but hey, man, I get it. Westbrook for 3. But I'm sure he'll be back strong sooner than later. LeBron's out with flopitis. McDermott off the pick and roll, pull up jumper good. Spurs only down 29. I think he is hurt. I'll be all right, brother BK. Pull up 3 is good for who got that shot that? Kendrick Nunn. Is that his first bucket tonight? Sports Room, didn't you already ask me that? Sugar J, I said earlier in the stream, I think the Lakers should move on from LeBron. I think he has a no trade clause for this year. Jay Rich in the paint, turnaround jumper, but they keep trying to build around a player that's pushing 40, and you cannot expect him to have to carry the offensive load. I think he'd be much better in a secondary role, and I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a guy on his couch. But if I was that, I'd move on. Isaiah Roby sprints up the court, throws up a ugly-looking layup. It's good, and the Spurs have cut the lead to 28 going to the end of the third quarter. I'll be back streaming soon, possibly lady friend guest. Yeah, you should. It may help views. Believe me, I would love to have a hottie toddy right next to me calling the games, but I don't. Finding a girl that's a Spurs fan in Connecticut, good luck. Anthony Davis in the paint, pull up jumper, tough shot, in and out. Berger, Bassi with the rebound to Roby. Roby sprints up the court, pull up. Took the shot a little too late. No good anyway. And that's the end of the fourth quarter. The Spurs getting spanked right now. 95-67. But believe me, Bob, if I could find a girl that was a Giants fan, I would stream games again because one, I'd have somebody to watch them with, but that would be the only way I could pull viewers in from a lot of the other Giants streamers if I had, a Giants fan that was also, nice looking next to me. Could be worse, should be worse. Come on now. 80, 28, and 17, and he barely played the second quarter. Sugar J, I don't know how I'd find a girl in San Antonio because I'm only going to be there for 4 days. So if I meet somebody, what am I going to say? I'm going back to Connecticut Monday morning. Although crazy things have happened. One of the girls at my churches was doing a long distance relationship from Virginia to California. I guess they were just texting and talking, maybe doing video chats, whatever, and then they end up getting married and having a kid. So I mean, there's long distance things do happen. If the connection's there, the connection's there. Our leading scorer has 10. Yeah, LJ, you're right on some of that. Beantown Breakdown, they got beat up last night by the Clippers. We play this Lakers team 2 more times. The Spurs, Bobby, you might notice the Spurs started the season strong. They're 1-9 in their last 10 games, about to drop to 1-10 in their last 11. They have completely nosedived over the last few weeks. I don't know what's happening with the team. I watch every game. They're turnover prone. The shots were going in those first few weeks. The shots are not going in now. Keldon Johnson has had, this has got to be, correct me if I'm wrong, Spurs fans, the worst game of his Spurs career. He's 1 of 16, I believe you guys said in the chat. 1 of 16. Arif, I'm going to see the Pelicans and the Suns on December 2nd and December 4th. I'm trying to get seats behind the Spurs bench. I haven't gotten tickets yet because I'm kind of waiting it out. There's some really good seats that are available, but they're only selling them in packages of 2. And I'm hoping as we get closer to game time, they just say, fudge it, I want to get rid of these tickets, and then make it 1. And if those ticket holders change it from 2 to 1, then I will jump on it because there was a seat right behind the Spurs, like 3 rows behind them for like $300, but I had to buy 2 tickets. I'm not buying 2 tickets. It's just me. 1-9, that's after that. Was it Workforce Planner? Is it right from that day? From that day, we've been terrible? Nah, Sugar J, this is a special occasion for me. While I respect the nosebleeds, I want to sit close. Well, Keldon Johnson's still in the game, so I guess I'll stick around stick around a little while longer until they wave the white flag. SH to the T, that is SH to the thing. Oh, the 3's consecutive record. That's right. He hasn't hit a 3 yet today. Lonnie Walker pull-up jumper. He's hit a 3 in what, 21 or 22 consecutive games? So he tied the record or needs one to tie it? Schroeder, pull-up jumper, good. 97, 67. Former Boston Celtic. Dennis Schroeder. Jay Rich, pull-up jumper, in and out. And that's almost a turnover by the Lakers on the rebound. They get the ball back. They are up by 30 with 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Another pull-up jumper by Schroeder, no good. Gorgie Zhang with the rebound. Greatest comeback ever in process. I can only hope. Dennis Sell for 3. Good! Here we go. Greatest comeback ever. Yeah, the injuries. And yeah, Mr. Z, I put up a community note earlier today. I'm streaming every game this week. I only streamed 2 last week. I'm doing the Lakers tonight, the Pelicans Wednesday. I think it's the Pelicans. And then the Lakers Friday and Saturday. So it's going to be a busy week, but I'm off Thursday. I'm leaving work early Tuesday for a follow-up eye exam at like 1:30, so I'm fine with that. Vassell pull-up jumper, and let the run start, Spurs fans. Here we come. Kelsey has 3 TDs tonight. Didn't he have 4 TDs in another game earlier this year, J Money? He's got to have double digits already. Davis throws down and posterizes Gorgie Zhang. The Lakers getting close to 100. All good, Mr. Z, all good. Davis with 30 points and 18 boards. Keldon drives to the paint, gets the layup, and 1. A rare make by Keldon Johnson as he has been quite bad tonight. He's 2 of 17 from the field. 2 of 17. Yeah. That's one of Kellen Johnson's worst games of his career. Right, Veronica? There wasn't a lot of fight last night. Not a lot of fight tonight. Let's go on like a 20-0 run. KJ's free throw. Spurs get the rebound. Kellen gets the ball back, throws up a layup. That's no good. That's Kellen shooting like 11% from the field tonight. El Quattro for 4, or for 3, and it's good. And a timeout by the Spurs, and they might be going to the bench. I think they're all about to get benched, and if they are putting the bench players in, then I will obviously call them a night. I don't want to sit here and watch my team get obliterated, which they already are. I don't think I see where you're going with that, but call Austin. No, I don't have access to the Austin, or are the Austin Spurs on the NBA Pass? Because I don't have ESPN, and I think they were on ESPN Plus before. It's your boy Rico, but I'm not going to call the Austin Spurs. I have to call. Well, it wouldn't be that fun because one, I hardly know the players on the Austin Spurs. I'm not going to know any players on the opposing team, and that just I wouldn't enjoy that. We have commercial break. We have a timeout. Spurs down by 28. Yeah, yep. I hear you, Jedi. I mean, this has been a weird. As a fan of the 3 teams that I'm a fan of, the Giants, the Yankees, and the Spurs. The last decade, the Giants have been bad. The Yankees have been a disappointment. In the last half decade, the Spurs have not been particularly good. Anyway, I'll be here for a little while longer. Trying to stay positive, my friends. Trying to stay positive, but it's getting hard when your team is just. I mean, if you look at 2 years ago, my Lakers and Spurs streams and Warriors and Spurs streams usually drew about 10 to 15,000 views, and the views are way down. One of two reasons: people are showing actual games on YouTube more and more, which is going to make it harder to do stuff like this. Which is why I want to keep doing this, but I need to start doing other things on the channel as well because live streaming, even like the bigger streams, I see their views are down because so much content's being made available not legally. I don't know where I was going with this. Oh, the Spurs being this bad though, interest is definitely down low, and I was mentioning the views are down, and it's so I need to really figure something else out for the channel, sports related, not non-sports. We're not doing that again. There you go. It is what it is. The Cowboy X Factor. Good evening. Didn't all the NFC East win today except for my team? Yay! For the NFC East, everybody's over 500, and that is a shocker. I did not think in a million years, this point in the season, every team would be over 500. No, I'm not doing that. Cowboy X Factor, those characters were very sarcastic, political in nature at times, and not appropriate for this channel. This is a sports only channel. Down a sell, pull up jumper. I mean, to do Ron Jambo, I have to be. I mean, he was a mean character too. Ron Jambo was very anti LeBron James, anti a lot of things, and I just don't. He was very negative. He was very sarcastic, and um, was he like Ron Burgundy? I don't know, but I don't want to bring him to this channel. I want to keep it sports, but I think I need to expand my NBA. That's a 3-pointer for Kendrick Nunn, and the Spurs are down 31 now. Jeremy Sohan gets in the paint, gets the layup, and one. RIP Packers, maybe Nady Nate. They're looking bad. They're looking rough. Washington win. The Packers had the same problem my Giants do. Aaron Rodgers and Daniel Jones have nobody to throw the ball to. Missed the free throw. You can't win if you're throwing a bunch of guys that are coming up off your practice squad. And that's what happened to the Giants today. Daniel Jones completed a pass. They said the dude's name. I'm like, who the hell is this? And then they said, oh, he got called up from the practice squad this week. I'm like, seriously? That's where we're at? Nice move by Thomas Bryant in the paint. Goes for the layup. Doesn't get it. Gets fouled. Going to the line for two. I thought about that Cowboy X Factor. It's a time thing. I want to make sure the music channel is still my main focus. Even though it's doing terrible, my true passion is being a musician. I play guitar, play bass, play drums, and sing. And that is the channel I want to grow the most. And that's the channel, of course, that grows the least. I haven't really done much on the channel lately. I've been putting shorts up there. Not neglecting this channel, obviously, at all. But I do want that is a channel I want to grow the most. And my biggest chance is going to be whenever I get a chance to get into the studio and record my cover of Slaughter to Prevail's Baba Yaga. Doing it my way, though. Maybe a sort of Weird Al Yankovic version of the song. Kelvin Johnson for three. Oh, my Atlanta! You went in! And that's what, 21, 22 games in a row? All right. Hey, Veronica, I like to see on the Spurs. G Field, the Spurs. Schroeder drives, layup no good. Foul, going to line for two. I don't even know what to say. The Packers suck, except, yeah, right, Jesse? Don't you hate that when teams suck and then when they play your team, all of a sudden they figure it out? Maybe I'll start playing D&D. By the way, if anybody doesn't have one, unless you're one of those Xbox Series X, I don't want to say snob, but or you look down on the Xbox Series S, but I saw on Dell.com right now they're selling the Xbox Series S for $235. I don't know if there'd be a better deal by the end of the week, but $235 for a system that's normally $300. I have one, love it. As long as you're streaming games and you're not going to have an optical drive, a Blu-ray player, etc. I play everything on the Xbox Cloud, so it doesn't matter. I have 3 games downloaded: Bro Company, Rocket League, and Apex Legends. Trey Jones pull-up jumper off the glass, good. Veronica, are you like 5'3"? Because that's how tall Muggsy Bogues was, I believe. Schroeder for 3, good. 112.81. Wilson, I do a lot of covers on the music channel, and that's how my channel is going to grow. Although my most popular song is an original with 51,000 views, which in YouTube world is not a lot of views. But to have an original song I did with only 350-something subscribers on TSR Music get 50,000 views, I'll admit I liked it. Then I also had a short get 1,000 views. So I mean, every little thing I do on that channel just is like right here. And that's where my heart is. Sohan wide open for 3. Nope. Gorgie Zhang with the offensive board gets it to Devasel. Vassell for 3. And now the Spurs are finally hitting buckets. You're 5'4". Nice. That's like the perfect height, Veronica. I generally date girls, not being weird, but girls right around that 5'3", 5'4", 5'5" range, which the average there would be 5'4", which is weird because I'm 6'4", but I don't know. I generally date more petite type girls. 5'7", I'll play small forward. Nice. So we're going to have Carlos at power forward, Nelly at small forward, Veronica at point guard. I guess I'll play center at 6'4". Who else is on the team? Vassell into the paint, kicks it out to Sohan. Sohan back to Trey Jones. Jones into the paint. Pull-up jumper. No good. And the Spurs have all their starters in here down by 28. I'm kind of surprised at that. Yes, Jason Knight, he sure has. Sure has. Cardenas, Tobar, Mars. What? Wow. Lakers ball 4 on the shot clock and intercepted by Jeremy. Somebody's got an easy fast break and he takes it in, throws down a dunk. That's his 3rd dunk, I believe, on the night. J Money, you're gonna play 6-man, all right? Kyle, you're gonna be out there. Who's our shooting guard? Sohan playing full court defense, putting a press on by himself because trying to spark the comeback. I'm in here till the starters come out, Jesse. And another steal by Jeremy Sohan. I think that's back-to-back steals for you. Don't mess with the Sohan. Brings it up the court. Nice bounce pass to Trey Jones. Jones in the paint. Layup, no good. Jones wanted the foul, not going to get it. I'm shocked the Spurs have their whole starting lineup out there. Another turnover. Gorgie Zhang gets it out to Jeremy Sohan. Sohan with a layup, no good. Keldon Johnson, thunder dunk of justice. Johnson with like his third basket of the night. Timeout, Lakers. Let's have a TSR channel basketball. I think it's 112 to 88. Oh, did I already put that bucket on there? The new Spurs team: point guard Veronica, shooting guard Kyle, small forward Jedi, power forward you, and me at center. We got this. It's going to be cool. Sugar J, when I'm out there, if anybody recognizes me and says, "Yo, TSR," I'm actually I will be kind of touched by that. And I gotta imagine somebody will. I mean, I don't know how many people, the percentage of my subscribers are Spurs subscribers, but I gotta think it's at least 80%. And out of that, at least 50% of those probably live in San Antonio. So 80% of what I have is about 14,000, and then half of that's 7,000. So we'll round down. At least 5,000 of my subscribers probably live in Texas somewhere. We got something. I don't know if any wins, but we got something. We are in a timeout. Spurs down by 24, and definitely one of the worst games of Keldon Johnson's young career. It's going to happen. Unfortunately, he played bad last week. We'll see. Kyle, I would be like, what was his name? Dang it, his name's escaping right now. I'd be like, Marco Bellinelli! Nelly! Because I like to take those off-balance jumpers. I like to move and shoot. I'm not very good as a set shooter, but because of some of the games me and my friends created over the years, it required a lot of catch and shooting, or even catch the ball off the bounce, and you have to be up in the air and then catch and shoot. It's just some games we played. Because of that, I'm just used to shooting on the move. So I would be like him and bricking a lot of shots, I'm sure. It has been fairly embarrassing. Well, you guys know my number is 69. Come on. 69 right here. Although, in truth, it's not as good as it sounds. That's all I'm going to say. Should I know who that guy is with the pink hat on? I don't know who that is. Lakers got the Suns on Tuesday and the Spurs Friday and Saturday. We have the Pelicans on Wednesday, and obviously the Lakers on Friday and Sunday. I hope they have the Christmas lights up when I get down there. I think both teams may have emptied the bench. Marco actually went back to be playing in Italy somewhere. I know he's overseas, and the Spurs have put in their G League team. All right, so Spurs have finally waved the white flag. Schroeder for 3, and I'm going to end it there. I'll end it at the 5-minute mark. 1:15:88. We'll go to the 5-minute mark, my friends. If you get the thumbs up, would appreciate it on the way out. Air ball 3 at the other end for the Spurs. We get the ball back. Isaiah Roby kicks it out, and that's another missed 3 and that's where I'm going to end it, guys. Final 5 minutes. We're down by 27. No point in watching this. I don't even know who the Lakers players are on the court anymore. Appreciate y'all. I wish it was a better night, but it is what it is. Thank you all for hanging out during another rough game for the Spurs. Until next time, I'll see you guys Wednesday night. What you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!